It is a big day. My name is Patrick Candelas. I'm a second-year criminal justice student at Austin Community College. Go Jungle Cats! Rawr! We're doing some interviews today. The best kind. We're interviewing serial killers. Our mission, should we choose to accept it, which we do, is to catch the Rainey Street killer. This creep has killed like a dozen people over the last 2 years, and we were talking about him in our criminal psychology course last week, and I was like, damn, dude, somebody should really catch this guy. Then Professor Higgins said, no shit, Sherlock, and I was like, I bet I could catch him. I'm getting pretty good at Pokemon Go lately. He said, catching a serial killer is a lot different than catching a Pokemon. I was like, oh, really? You think this guy is rarer than a Zapdos? Then Professor Higgins said, okay, Patrick, if you catch the Rainey Street killer, I will bump your grade up all the way to a C-. Well, we found him. I'm Detective Patrick Candelas with the Austin Police Department. And we just want to ask you a few questions. No pressure, no tricks. Let's speak freely, huh?
I'm Emily's Buchanan, and I'm a bartender at Bangers off Rainey Street.
And where were you on the night of July 5th, Miss Buchanan?
I was at work.
That's a likely story.
Yeah, it's likely because it's true.
At any point in the evening, did you see a man who looked like this?
No. Isn't that Michael Jordan? Is he a suspect too?
No, I just thought it would have been cool if you'd seen MJ on Rainey Street.
Right.
I like to keep my suspects on their toes. I do that by keeping myself confused. If I don't know my next step, nobody else does either. People say you're an accomplice of the killer, that you identify marks and get them liquored up to make them easier victims. Is that true?
Well, I'm a bartender, so one of my primary job functions is to give people alcohol when they ask for it.
Have you ever gotten somebody drunk so another man could drown them in a lake?
No.
Oh, okay. I was really hoping you'd say yes.
Sorry to disappoint.
Look, could you just say yes anyway, so I can say my line?
Your line? What is this, like a school play?
Kinda. No, actually nothing like that. Please just confess, I promise it'll be so funny if you do.
Okay, yes, fine. I sometimes intentionally liquor up victims so a guy can murder them in a lake.
Oh, really? Well, with that confession, we are now officially drowning in evidence.
Listen, honey, I'd like to speak to my lawyer.
Your lawyer? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go grab him real quick.
Amateurs. This moron's gonna ruin everything.
Hi, Miss Buchanan. I'm your lawyer. You can tell me anything.
I'm out of here. I got a shift to get to. Good luck with your whatever this is.
I'm a Dinglid Forester, and I've worked a lot of odd jobs, but now I work at the morgue. Austin, born and raised.
Austin, huh? Some people say that's the serial killer capital of the world.
They actually say that for live music.
Austin is the live music capital of serial killers? That doesn't make sense. Your story's falling apart already, Forrester.
Well, if you mean to imply that by the simple fact that I'm from Austin, it makes me a suspect, and by that logic, that makes you a suspect too.
Hey, knock that off. I'm the one blindly accusing people here, not you. I actually learned most of my interrogation techniques from reality TV. The Vanderpump Rules, The Bachelor, that kind of thing.
What kind of police station is this anyway?
I'll ask the questions here. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't know that about your dog.
Well, maybe you should do some research before you fucking accuse people of being serial killers.
Do you mind? Thanks.
Well, my name is Homeless Joe, and I'm the mayor of South Lamar. That's true, you should look it up. Yes, sir, that's me. I'm the serial killer.
That's great news. I really appreciate you confessing. Can you tell me why you did it? I mean, you clearly have the world in the palm of your hands. Why become a serial killer?
Just thought it'd be something tasty to do, I guess.
You're a sick son of a bitch, Joe. What was your weapon of choice?
It's just a couple of tin cans and a spoon.
What? How does that even work?
You see, I take my cereal and I dump it into the tin cans, because you see the bowls are hard to come by these days. And then I use the spoon to scoop it out of the can and I shove it directly up my pie hole. You see, that's what I call my anus.
Okay, that's enough. Are you talking about breakfast cereal?
Yes, sir. I directly mainlined it into my butthole.
Okay, thank you for coming in, Homeless Joe, but we're actually looking for a murderer.
I did murder a few hitchhikers back in '94, but I guess those were self-defense killings.
Sure they were. Here you go, buddy. Right here. There you go. Okay.
I'm Cody Dittman, and I used to be a makeup artist.
So what happened on the night you were murdered?
I was on Rainey Street with some friends, imbibing myself of the finest spirits and ales.
Such as?
Mostly MacDog 2020s and World Malt Liquor.
Sick.
And suddenly, I noticed a man watching our group. He seemed harmless at first, until he approached. It was hard to hear his voice, but I believe he asked us what our plans were for the evening. We said we might intoxicate ourselves and take a dip in the lake, but he didn't laugh. He had this strange air about him, like I couldn't tell if he was just stupid or a genius. Anyhow, I get separated from my friends, and it was just me and this man on the Congress Street Bridge. He says we should watch the bats taking off, I think. It was hard to hear. I told him it was too late for that. Bats had long gone to Mexico. He said Mexico was nice this time of the year. We should visit. I said I'd love to. Then I leaned in for a kiss, you see, and he laughed and shoved me off the bridge. I landed in the water, eyes first, of course, giving me this irreversible damage.
Sorry, I don't know if this is like a microaggression or something, but I gotta ask, are you a ghost?
I am no more ghost than you're human.
I don't even know what that means.
You don't know what anything means.
Well, that all sounds very spooky and all, but did you get a good look at this guy? Can you describe him?
He's hard to describe, but I do remember one detail. A detail which will haunt me for the rest of my days. He had a very distinct laugh, almost like the giggle of a demonically possessed children's toy.
The hell?